Chug-a-lug, make you wanna holler, howdy-ho. Burns your tummy, don't you know? Chug-a-lug.
I enjoy a drink from time to time, and that means one with alcohol in it. And I don't just drink it for the taste. I like getting a little buzz. It's not too much. Also, sometimes I'll drink coffee after I've had alcohol, you know, just to wake me up. So what? I've done this all my life. But some college kids drank some of these Four Loko drinks. This is a pre-mixed combo of alcohol and caffeine. I think it tastes gross, and I can't imagine why people would want to drink it, but it contains 12% alcohol, about the same as wine, and this tall can contains as much caffeine as a cup of coffee. Some of the college students who drank several landed in the hospital with alcohol poisoning. Out came hysterical reporters.
It's got the nickname Blackout in a can.
It's called a blackout in a can.
The FDA says their alcoholic energy drinks lead to a wide-awake drunk, alcohol poisoning, car accidents, and assaults.
The high content of alcohol, 12%, mixed with caffeine, is dangerous.
Definitely a life-threatening thing.
The reporters find a doctor who's upset.
What we see in these patients drinking these mixtures, increasing your heart rate, increasing your blood pressure, leading to arrhythmias.
And leading to lawyers looking to make money.
The caffeine prohibits the person who's drinking it to understand how intoxicated they are.
What I like to call this is crack in a can.
And of course, then come the politicians eager to protect us.
From the severe and deadly consequences of drinks like Four Loko.
So, now the FDA has told 4 companies that make these drinks, get rid of the caffeine or we'll shut you down. Which is bad news for Rhonda Kallman, because she owns one of those 4 companies, the one that makes Moonshot. Also with us is Reason Magazine's Nick Gillespie, who says these bans are ridiculous. But, Nick, it's to protect us, protect the kids.
Yeah, to protect college students from alcohol. This is a battle
and caffeine, and they'll get crazy.
Yeah. I was going to say this has been going on for as long as there have been colleges and universities. You can go back to the Middle Ages, and booze and students go together like, I guess, beer and caffeine.
But no limits? I mean, we already break the rule about having to be 21. Aren't some drinks more dangerous, maybe?
Yeah, actually, I don't think so. But one of the problems here is it's not even so much about the drink itself, although you can argue about that. But what we do on the college campuses is we tell kids, you can't drink now. You can vote. You can enter a contract, you can go to war, you can die for your country, but if you want to drink and you're going to college, you better go off campus into a basement apartment somewhere and chug like there's no tomorrow, because you don't know when you're going to be able to get drunk again.
All right, Rhonda, let's narrow this to your drink. I mean, here are these other similar products. These 2 are considered okay by the FDA, but yours is not. Why is that?
Well, so far it's considered okay by the FDA.
All right, they haven't been.
I mean, this is clearly a case of the government overreaching. You know, clearly. My Moonshot beer is nothing like these Four Loko drinks, which are high sugar, high alcohol, high caffeinated energy drinks that are juicy drinks, you know, black raspberry, blue raspberry.
All right, but you're talking degree.
So
yours has less alcohol, less caffeine, but it's the same principle. This has just as much alcohol and caffeine.
Likely.
This has more alcohol and the same amount of caffeine, but it's legal because it's natural. It's made from coffee beans, and it's natural, and so the FDA is okay with that.
Well, that's the point. They say that Moonshot is adulterated because I use caffeine.
You add caffeine.
Yeah, so it's the same stuff. Only I do this because I want beer lovers to be able to have a beer that tastes like beer, particularly craft beer guys. They like beer.
So what's this going to do to you if it goes through?
At this point, I've had to stop producing it, and with hopes to just gain enough steam to be able to find a way to bring Moonshot back.
And
now,
you can't minimize the overreach here by the part of the FDA. I mean, when the FDA or when people worried about adulterated products, it was that producers were sneaking in things they weren't telling consumers were in the product and were potentially harmful. But this is just absurd. You're advertising a caffeinated beer, and then you're being penalized for selling exactly what you're saying is on the label.
Well, we asked them about it. Why is Moonshot included on your list when it's not marketed to kids and it contains less alcohol than the sugary drinks? They replied, Moonshot was referred to the FDA by state attorneys general on the basis of their concern about the levels of alcohol and caffeine. The FDA determined that the addition of caffeine to this drink is not generally recognized as safe.
They did go on to say that they didn't fully research it either. So they put the onus on the small entrepreneur to have a scientist. But at the end of the day, it's 5% alcohol by volume and less than a half a cup of coffee of natural caffeine. It's a great combination.
And people drink a lot of rum and Coke and Irish coffee and all kinds of mixtures of alcohol and caffeine.
And that's the question here is when they won't stop here. Where will they stop?
America's supposed to be about liberty.